So in the United States right now, there's a little over 37,000 not-for-profit organizations dedicated to military causes. And one thing that's common in everyone that we've seen is that they're all trying to do something for the veterans. Job placement, resume writing, skill building of some type.
There are so many veterans out there. If you took each veteran individually, we're going to help you get a job, we've got your resume ready, good. Now let's move on to the next one, to the next one. We have thousands of veterans. That process doesn't scale. What scales is when you get people at the top of the organization that said, this is what we're going to do.
What Project RELO is trying to do is we're trying to educate the business community on the value of hiring veterans. It's a 180-degree different type of view that we're bringing.
Now it's going to be that trickle-down effect. Those executives are going to go to their HR and say, again, we need to relook at the way we hire veterans. We need to bring more veterans into our leadership positions.
Business leaders shouldn't hire veterans because it's the right thing to do and they're going to feel good about it. They should hire veterans because it's good for their business.
At Project RELO, we create environments where there is a certain amount of adversity, both scripted and unscripted, where our participants, which are both corporate executives and transitioning veterans, have to work together and have to rely on one another.
When you have an experiential kind of event like Project RELO, and you go off in the woods and you do things and you get that emotional bond with people and you really see this stuff firsthand, that's when that lesson gets rooted very deeply in your DNA.
Because you really only know leadership when you see it, and that's why leadership by example is so important. You will see organically people that will step up and demonstrate great selflessness, great esprit, great teamwork, and great leadership.
And that's when you get real lasting change, because it's not superficial, it's cultural, it's embedded deeply.
It is in these environments where real leadership is demonstrated and where you can really then assess that person and go, this is the kind of person we want to bring into our organization because they really can lead us.
And with the leadership, it's not about taking charge of a situation. It's not about stepping up and being the guy and let me run this. It's about leading by example.
What better way to do that than to bring the business community into an environment which is the natural environment of our military veterans. They are in their element and they have natural leadership that they just exude in this element.
Most of the people that are going to be on this mission, I couldn't get a phone call to. These are very successful men and women that are established in business, very busy lives. I couldn't get a 45-minute interview with them. I'm going to have a 4-day interview with this team, side by side, as we're in difficult situations, facing adversity, facing the elements, the environment. You can bluff your way through a 45-minute interview. Anybody can. You can't hide who you are for 4 days. So they're going to know the real me and really what you get and what you're going to get with a veteran.
What the business executives really bring away from these trips is a sense of accomplishment, and they find themselves as followers. As a leader, one of the most difficult things to do is follow. And they find themselves not only the followers in this situation, but following military veterans who are looking to get into the business community, but doing so in such a natural way that they don't even know they're doing it. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone in the business community say that they would hire this person irrespective of the job. And that's the highest compliment that you can pay someone. And it's not just one time, and it's not just one person, it's several times about several of the folks that have been on this trip. Now, there's not a better job interview in the world than a Project RELO trip.